I am Mark Greenstein, and call this an edition of Mark My Words and Heed My Advice. And it comes regarding the likely now offer that the SAT is making to let students take an SAT at home. I would be highly skeptical of it becoming a takeable test, meaning one that the colleges take as valid. There are so many ways that it could go wrong. And even if in 99.9% of cases it goes right, meaning cheaters get caught, but a few don't. Ladies and gentlemen, it means that there will be a scandal. Fair test, which has been for 25 years looking to wipe out the SAT. You don't think they'll be all over the first one or two instances of people saying, I got away with cheating? Or the SAT themselves saying, we caught cheaters. Now, that's a sign of success, but for every cheater caught, there's a sign of the iceberg below of cheaters who have not yet been caught. So, what's a school, college want to do when faced with the possibility of complaints, even lawsuits, by rejected applicants who will allege down the road, you took those kids from my school when it was an imperfect test and you knew it, and I got denied along the way? The colleges just don't want to put up with it. They would rather admit people based on grades and extracurrics and the SAT, which has in the past been very helpful to them, not at the risk of it being a tarnished test. I just can't imagine the SAT going in this sped up year one in an online take it from home mode without there being tarnished. I mean, I'm not very mischievous, and I can think of at least 5 ways now by which a student can get extra help from home and almost assuredly not get caught. Cheating aside, there's bound to be complaints about the fairness of an SAT given at home online. We're all subject to the internet with its occasional glitches. What happens to the poor kid whose internet gets squished in a brownout during the precious test time that she can't get back? What happens if the countdown clock gets paused for inner reasons or outer? Not fair to the tester who's relying on a clock. What about kids who they're going to feel overwhelmed by the number of instructions first time done online? I mean, the SAT spends now, even with a regular paper test, proctors are at it for like almost 15 minutes giving instruction after instruction. I think it's going to be at least 20 now that students are going to have to keep in mind, swarming in their brains. A lot of complaints about the fairness of an at-home administered test. So, if you want to give yourself the best chance of getting into college, I want you to take the ACT. All right? Find where it's open, because they're not canceling in schools that are open. If there's even one site within 6 hours drive of you, go there. Then you get a creditable score. Take the SAT as well if you like, but don't expect it to be a creditable score. And do take the APs, okay? If it's not too late, get on board so that you can impress with hopefully some 4s, maybe some 5s that impress in possibly the absence of creditable scores or good scores. These are my words to any junior, class of 2021, and even sophomores who have a chance to take APs now and do the ACT when the studying is very available. Post a good score while you can. You can burnish it later if you have a chance, but a lot of you have a lot of time now to ramp up really, and get a great impressive score. All right, I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for listening.